What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody doing today?
What up, though?
What up, though? It's your boy Wildcard Mar, of course, Detroit Man in the building. You are tuned into another episode of I.O.W Sports. It's episode 189 with your boys. And of course, let's get all the preliminaries out the way. I.O.W Sports Network is the address to the YouTube page, to
Yeah.
the Facebook page,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
to the Instagram page. So I.O.W Sports
That's right.
Network.
That's right.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the YouTube page, and spread the word of what we got going on in this I.O.W Sports movement. And then, of course, I.O.W Sports One is the address on the Twitter. Please go on over to the Facebook page, join it because it's for you guys. You guys, you, the watchers, the viewers, the listeners. Is specifically there for you guys. You got a sports take, you got a funny sports meme. That's your platform to drop it, so your voice can be heard. And then, most importantly, we emphasize on the network part. So if you have your own content, got our own podcast, sports podcast, spread the word. You got a small business, drop a link to the website, the goods and services that you can provide.
All right.
And then most importantly, go cop some birds. You see, we dripped up in I.O.W Sports merch. Of course, the J. Edward Collection Company that is headed by Detroit Male himself, his own clothing line. It provides all the merch for the I.O.W Sports. So hey, be like Mel, go copy your hoodie. It's starting to get a little chilly now.
Good chilly.
Yeah, a little summer weather is starting to drift away. Go get you a hoodie. You still cop a t-shirt. But one thing you can't cop on the link on the Facebook page is these wonderful snapbacks that me and Detroit Mel are rocking. MJ Matt has one. And in order to get it, you know what you got to do? You got to hit the Cash App. Got to hit the Cash App. Got to hit the Cash App. $30, $ I.O.W Sports Network is a Cash App address. Give us a physical address, and in return, you will get the official I.O.W snapback. But you got to hit the Cash App. Gotta hit the Cash App. Let's jump in the comments, see who's in the building with us. Of course, MJ is in the building with us. Shout out to MJ, good follower of the show. He's in the building, man.
What up, Matt?
Let's get into it because we got a lot of things to discuss. Sidebar, so the whole Ime Udoka situation in Boston, right? So I was listening to the radio this morning, and they said the only reason why they got caught is because homegirl's husband heard and Ime talking on the ring, talking about all their little situation on the ring. She probably was like, I'm gonna step outside, and, somebody calling me. They calling me.
Hey, what's up with that? What's up with that pussy, girl?
Oh, Ime, I'm gonna give it to you. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You know it's yours. Daddy. The owners upstairs ain't getting no more of this. I want that young dick.
I want you, Ime. It's all you, boo.
Hey, once she called Mandingo.
Coming to Wakanda. Yeah. That's probably what they cold talk and shit. Wakanda forever. I mean, it sucks because me and you never really got a chance to really discuss the situation, man. How you really feel about it, man?
It's funny because, when I brought up with me and Nick was doing it, that's when I first got the first kind of gist of it.
Yeah.
And then more and more stuff started coming out. That's kind of like, dang. I haven't really changed much from it. I still think that, that's between him, his side chick, and Nia Long. The fact that, if it's true that it's the vice president's wife, then that kind of explains why he got such a harsh punishment, which means he probably not gonna keep his job. And the only bad thing about it is, here's the thing: you a coach, and you do something like that, other organizations looking like, well, shoot, he might try to slide up on mine. You know what I'm saying? Higher ups might think that and may not hire you because of that.
Be like, I don't even know if I want to hire this.
You know what I'm saying? And then if
you know, your wife.
Right. If you look around and people start saying, oh, you got a pattern of doing this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, then it may be a while before you get hired. I'm gonna say you never get hired. You know, people have short-term memories, but after the heat died down, somebody probably hire them. But right away, it might be a minute before you get another job. And you just gotta, I mean, here's my thing. You know, everybody know I like pussy. You know what I'm saying? There's no denying that. I talk about it all the time.
Girl, give me that kid.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta like, okay, you gotta make wise decisions. Am I gonna put this over my career? Now, you waited 10 years to get a head coaching job. I ain't saying you should not be, you know, I ain't saying you should or should not. You're not saying either way you should or should not have a side chick, but you have to be selective on the side chicks that you choose. And I think choosing her is it wasn't a good choice because of who she is and what the consequences might be if it comes out. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know, because my thing is like this. You know, I can't remember. I remember seeing so many pictures. Can't remember what she looked like, so I won't talk about, you know, that part of it. But you know, you're a young dude. You know, you want what you want, and you know, people talking about, oh, he cheated, but they wasn't married.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So they wasn't married. So my thing is, I don't have a problem with it, far as the moral sense of it, because hey, what you do in your household stays in your household. That's between you and them. You know what I'm saying? The only issue I'll raise is that you have to just be wise of who you choose as a side chick, if that's the route you're going.
Hey, I hear you. Because some side chicks is having a side chick is like a hand grenade. It can either blow up the people you intend to, or it will blow you up. So I mean, right. It's just weird. Look, I think we've seen it. Obviously, you know, we being in the food industry, you see people have work relationships all the time,
and especially in the restaurant business.
Yeah. You either participated in it or you know somebody that has participated.
Right.
I mean, it's just a deal. And to me, a workplace is no different from a restaurant, a corporate environment, or anywhere else.
Basketball, it don't matter.
Yeah, when you spend so much time with a certain individual,
right? Boy, I mean, it's facts, man.
Boy, Ime was on the sideline like, boy, that thing looking kind of right.
I see you. We getting up like that, girl.
He like, he like me out there filming and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna
she been at home tripping sometime too.
It's gonna be him in the 4C near. Let me
Hey, this goes to show you though, looks alone don't keep you.
He was like, shit, baby girl, what did it do? What did it do?
So you know, first thing he was saying, man, Neil alone fine. Why, man, looks alone do not keep you.
Nah, they don't.
They don't. It's all about the individual and their willingness to be faithful. That's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? And if that person want to be faithful, they're gonna be faithful. You know, you can say what you want.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. It's a self-control issue. It's no different between dieting. It's no different between exercising. All the things that you have to do, you have to make a choice to do. And some days you don't feel like getting up to work out, but you know you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? In order to achieve a certain goal, or if you're playing sports, you know, you're going into the gym. Some days you don't feel like going to the gym. I'm sure days Jordan didn't feel like going, Kobe didn't feel like going to the gym. There's probably days they didn't feel like doing it, but they know it's part of my job. I get it. It's self-discipline.
Yeah.
So it's no difference. It's no difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking my man for it. You know, it's each his own. You know, we keep playing the moral police. I don't play those. I don't play those games. You know what I'm saying? It's between him and them.
Because we're all human. We all human.
We all make mistakes, man. Or we all make bad choices. Let me say that. It's not a mistake. It's a bad choice. And I just my only thing is that if that's what you're into, that's what you're gonna do. You just got to be wise who you choose. I wouldn't have chose her for that very reason, because if it comes out, say she chose some chick that he knew that wasn't a part of the organization. That comes out. Only thing that destroys. Oh, look who's here!
Oh Lord! Hey, of course he pop up when the Jaguars get a damn win. This guy.
Only thing that destroys is maybe your relationship, but don't destroy your bag.
What up, Sincere?
What up, Sincere? You don't let nothing come between you and your money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that I think that's where me and you 100% agree with is like, man, like in order for you to be suspended a whole year, boy, I hope that thing was worth it, dog. Like you messing with your bag, you messing with your money,
your bag, man.
And that's one thing like I think some of these cats got to be cautious about is, hey, I get it, your hormones, you feel you and her got this chemistry because obviously the situation been going on for a minute. So look, by all means, do what you do. You're not married. I'm like you. I'm not playing the moral police and say, oh, you're in a relationship, she's married. Look, hey, choices were made. It is what it is. People connect, and it happens. And there's some things, the forces that you just can't control, and it shit happens. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to go into that. But what the sports part is, it affects not only him, but it affects the team. Let's be honest about the team situation.
My dearest Riley. Not only keeps the human race going, but also fuels many important industries, such as my very own.
So what do you think about homies over hoes?
I don't know what that is.
Homies over hoes? You know, like you're supposed to put your homie over hoe. That's how pimps do, right?
I don't think homies over hoes is a sentiment that a pimp named Slickback can co-sign, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. A pimp named Slickback will put a lot of things over a hoe. Money over a hoe, always. Brand new gators over a hoe, absolutely. A turkey sandwich with just tomato, guaranteed. But homies, oh no. A pimp named Slickback don't do shit for the homies. Let me reiterate, don't do shit for them.
I don't know where that came from, bro. But okay.
I just thought I'd bring that in because, you know what I'm saying, don't nothing come over your money. You know what I'm saying? No women, nothing over hoes. Nothing. Money, that was an MOB, nigga. MOB. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Hey, he should have watched the video. I said turkey salad with no tomato, indubitably.
With the homies? No.
I don't do shit for the homies.
But I mean, I just don't. Why would you put your bag in jeopardy for the coaching? I'm that's the part that I'm having trouble with. I don't, and I see the same thing, Sincere.
Yeah, Sincere, I don't know, man. Like, there's so many different rumors, man. Like, somebody said it was the vice president of organization or vice president of finance, something like that. His wife, so no one knows. But you know what I'm saying? No one really gave a definitive answer who it is.
Either way, for you to get a year suspended, boy, she had to be somebody.
It had to be somebody, man, because if she was just some random chick, man, they ain't getting year suspension. So not after what he done for the organization.
Yeah. I mean, took it to the finals.
Right.
In his first year.
You're not letting that coach go for that. Not for no random chick. Nah, it was like somebody that's up in the organization. That makes more sense.
But here's my thing: can this team even get past this situation?
Eventually, but it's gonna be something over their head this season coming up. First of all, who gonna coach the team?
You better off keeping him. Well, they got the interim guy. I can't remember his name, but
it's somewhere on the staff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so is he ain't gonna do as good as he did.
And I think that's one of the biggest points that I think isn't getting talked about is even though he's missing a whole year, you talking about a coach that just helped coach you get to the finals, and you're going to be missing that. So is that interim coach? I don't think he'll be able to make those adjustments, calls, certain lineup changes, who subs in, who starts, who what roles are being defined.
A lot of pressure, man. Because if say MA.
And this
had a bat. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. This isn't just like some Orlando Magic team. Like this
yeah.
The Boston Celtics. Like this is coming off a finals appearance. So yeah, I agree with you.
That's my point.
A ton of pressure on it. Yeah.
The pressure gonna come from now. Say for instance, it came after he had a couple bad seasons. They fired him. This not as bad pressure. He's just coming off a finals appearance.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And you got this incident looming over the team. So they're gonna keep bringing it up, and the more and more stuff come out, the more it's gonna bring up. You have press conference gonna be trying to, hey, so did you hear anything? What you talk? It's gonna just keep. Thank you, Matt. It's gonna keep coming up. That's gonna put a lot of pressure on your team.
Yeah,
and as an interim coach,
and a lot of it's unnecessary, not to their own doing. And this is what I'm saying. Like that's why I agree with you on the part of like who he chose to have the little situation, the entanglement with.
Right.
Because like
he could have got Jada.
Yeah.
We'll only smack a nigga smaller than him, so he good.
You look a little bit bigger, man. I think you can take
my size, bro.
Nah.
No.
You fucking my wife? Oh, go ahead.
That was cool. We good. Cool. Just don't call it ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with you fucking him. Just don't call it ball. You know what I'm saying?
It's alopecia, motherfucker. Alopecia. But
like Tony Savalas.
Miss chill. But no. That's a whole crazy situation to really think about, and who knows how it's going to affect this situation. But they're not the only team that had to deal with some off-season situations. Of course, the Brooklyn Nets had to deal with some shit. And I believe Kevin Durant had a little press conference. I think I saw a little bit of Kyrie's. Go ahead, man. Play what KD had said in the whole off-season drama and with him and the Brooklyn Nets.
That we kind of went on that little run with the second round with, I felt like another year that us being healthy. We're building something towards the future, So then as the season went on, I have, you seen what happened with our season, guys in and out the lineup, injuries, just a lot of uncertainty, which built some doubt in my mind about the next 4 years of my career. I mean, I'm getting older, and I want to be in a place that's stable and trying to build a championship culture. So I had some doubts about that. And I voiced them to Joe, and we moved forward from there. But, in my mind, I did like what we did, what Sean put together this summer with the team. And I knew that with all the adversity that we hit and a lot of failures that we hit as a team last year, guys are going to be working to get better and be better, and I had to try to not make that a trend. So, in the back of my mind, that was still there. And I had conversations with Steve and Joe, Claire, and Sean. And, we came to a mutual agreement that we should keep moving forward.
Stephen A., talk to me.
Makes no sense to me. The bottom line is that the Brooklyn Nets team that Kevin Durant had an issue with, Kevin Durant accepted. They would not have done any of it without his okay. Kyrie is there because of Kevin Durant. James Harden was there because of Kevin Durant. DeAndre Jordan was there because of Kevin Durant. And so when you look at the team that was assembled, he had everything to do with that. And then when they made it clear that they were not going to give Kyrie Irving a full 4-year, $212 million extension, that was when Kevin Durant asked to be traded shortly thereafter. So my whole point is that it's his team. I'm happy to see him there. I'm not going to belabor the issue. I think he's the greatest in the world when he's healthy. But what he was saying there really, really made no sense because he was acting like it was something that had nothing to do with him, and it had everything to do with him.
There you go.
And if that ain't the first time that I could say in a long time, like, damn, Stephen A., you might be right about some shit for once. Detroit, man, how you feel about that whole situation? Right?
I don't know. I think I saw it different. Maybe it's me. I saw him saying that he said, okay, I put the team together. No, I'm paraphrasing him. I put the team together. I expect for us to do certain things, and then you saw that these things didn't come together, and then Kyrie wasn't gonna come back as he thought. So he thought, hey, this may not be where my future's gonna be at. So I'm ready to go and go try my thing elsewhere. Because I'm getting older, and I'm looking for another championship. Okay, I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is like, if I saw a different clip that was I'm reading this, that's much more concise. Yeah, and so my thing is like, if he's saying, and this is how I took it. If he's saying that, okay, the team came together, this is who he thought he was gonna play with, including Harden into this. I ain't talking about after Harden, with Harden, Kyrie, and all the players he had. Then players start getting injured. And then they weren't gonna bring Kyrie back. Oh well, we talk about the vaccination too. I add that to the vaccination thing. He didn't play. Then players started getting injured. Then Kyrie said he wasn't coming back. Then he might have thought, well, hey, if he ain't coming back, this is not the team that I wanted. It's not the team that I handpicked, as everybody's saying. I'm about to, what I'm saying, I'll go somewhere else where I can get a championship, because I can't win a championship without these certain players playing. So I mean, that's how I took it. I didn't take it as him saying that he was putting the ball up somebody else's hand and say, hey, y'all put this together. It wasn't me. I didn't see it that way. Now, what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but that's how I saw him saying
it. Interesting takes from, and I do agree with your statement, and I also agree with Stephen A's statement, but here's what I got from it. What I got from it was he just had to say something.
Oh yeah, say something.
Well, I don't think he really put a lot of thought and process into it, because I don't think he's that type to, keep wanting to rehash the situation. Obviously, we know what was going on. There's a lot of drama for unnecessary. But here's the deal. I think he just had to say something. Want to say something that it doesn't make him look so bad of a person for wanting to leave so early into the marriage, I guess, or the partnership with the Brooklyn Nets. But let's be honest, you weren't going to get moved. In order to get you, Kevin Durant, we gotta give up a lot,
a whole lot.
And the teams that you kept mentioning, you can't upset your now and your future for you. I mean, he was talking about, certain players weren't there and injuries. Yeah, you were one of them, KD.
Yeah, he was one of them.
Matter of fact, that's been kind of you since you've been in Brooklyn. Matter of fact, you missed your whole year of a contract once you got traded there. Then the first year you played, you missed time. The last, every time you put on a Brooklyn Nets uniform, you've missed some time. Whether it's 5 games, 10 games, 20 games due to injury, you missed time due to injury. So look. These last 2 years, there hasn't been a lot of continuity, obviously because of injuries, obviously because of transactions. And so what you originally thought, what you were going to get once you got the trade for James Harden, it just didn't work. And as a management team, you don't keep wanting to throw the same product at the wall and hope something sticks. I had no issue with the management saying, all right, well, and let's try to change it.
I agree with you. Anytime I analyze anything, especially when it comes to sports related,
look at the business part.
I look at both sides of it. I'm always gonna be player first, but I still try to look at the business side of it too, because I own a business myself. So so I try to look at it from a business perspective, and if I was a business, how would I handle it? Because one thing we do as sports YouTubers or sports commentators, whatever title or label we want to put on us,
want to give up,
want to give us, what I'm saying? We try. Well, I speak for us. We try to be objective as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? And so
And keep it real. Sometimes
yeah,
real.
And keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. But
sometimes
I'm saying,
too real.
and raw. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
But so one thing is, so you have to look at it from both perspectives. Especially to have to move the conversation forward and have a conversation about what's going on in any particular subject.
Yeah, but the real is the management was not going to move you. They're like, bro, we didn't give you money. We didn't done this for you. We didn't done that for you. And first of all, we didn't invest it. And you a year win. Nah, play. It ain't going down. And point blank period. Nobody's giving up the construction of their whole team.
And then if they want to move on, it's going to ask for everything.
You got to.
Because if I got to get rid of you, I got to start over. I got to tear everything down, so I got to get something.
Okay, look, you can relate to this, Detroit, man. You go in, you be like, boy, it's this Breezy I've been wanting. So she finally let you get her phone number. So you call her, you finally go out. You pay for the meal. Okay, you may not get the draws on the first night, but you go on multiple dates. You're spending a lot of time.
I'm getting the draws. But go ahead.
but you take you quarter.
Right.
And so I be damned if I've been doing all this courting, and then all of a sudden I keep courting, and now we months in the courting, and I ain't got no draws yet. So who getting the draws? Who's getting the skins?
Right.
It's to me, if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I done done this, I didn't pretty much gave you free reign. And now a year into this mega contract, you want to leave? No, playboy. I can't let you go. Oh, we gonna tough it out together. Any problems we got, any issues? Oh, we working them out. I'm just saying, we just gonna work them out. And so when he said that, we just came to understand it. No, you ain't come to no understanding. You don't try to act like, come on, man, back. Oh, never mind. I was going. Never mind, sincere. You don't know, man. Anyway, you've been married for a long time. You don't know how the game go.
So you've been connected 2 times. You forgot how the game go.
Yeah. You've been too far removed for the game. You almost like Kaepernick at this point. You may still think you can play, but you've been so far removed from the game. So if we come try to bring you back,
right. You hold tryouts ain't gonna go well.
Yeah. We'll call you. Call you. No. Don't call us. We'll call you.
This gator motherfucking color.
Here come this gator boy. Yeah.
Right.
It ain't popping like that. They go, damn, homie. In high school, you was a man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Got married. But no.
But yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, when I heard it, and I'm just talking about based on what he said there. I just saw it from a different perspective. I just said that's what he was saying. If I was from a player perspective, he was just basically saying that. Hey,
I hear you.
Things go like I went. This is why I made that decision. Now we can go on into the conversation whether it's right or wrong. I'm just talking about based on what he said. I took it as he was saying, this is why I made the decision I did, because things didn't go the way they're supposed to go when I put this thing together. Yeah. It fell apart. And so I ain't see no way of it coming back together, especially since you was getting rid of Kyrie. That was one of our main pieces.
Yeah. He was supposed to be one of the key ingredients to the recipe.
Right. And I get rid of him. It's like, hey, I'm about to go too.
Yeah, but it is what it is. We'll see. And obviously, I don't put too much stock in media days. It's fucking September. I mean, I know we're getting close to October, and we're getting closer to preseason NBA coming back.
Get somebody to talk about.
Yeah, last little ditch effort. But
right.
Anyway, there was something big and that happened in the baseball world, and I know we don't do a lot of baseball talk. But I mean, this happened over the weekend and a very historic moment. And boy, I hope y'all are paying attention to what's happening, man. A 42-year-old is doing this. 42-year-old. Check this out.
Broken his bat too. He was out in front. That bat will not produce career home run number 699. Maybe this one will. He drives this one. It's deep to left, and that is 699 Pujols. A no-doubter puts Pujols 700. It's deep to left. Taylor's back at the wall. It's 700. Join the 700 home run club.
Man, you love to see it. You love to see it.
Mhm.
I mean, wow, 700. I mean,
Yeah, 700 club.
and Albert Pujols is 42,
Right.
and this is supposed to be his last year. I mean, after this, I mean, the way he's playing, do you even step away from the game?
Go out while you're on top. I'm a firm believer of that.
True that.
But you know, this begs the question: is the modern athlete, you know, in better shape than past athletes? Because you're seeing more and more modern athletes playing past 35, going into their 40s. I mean, well, we don't know if anybody else would do 45 like Tom Brady, but still, Pujols 42, Aaron Rodgers 38.
Yeah,
You know, and they still playing at peak condition and peak playing, you know what I'm saying, still playing at a peak level rather. So that begs the question, is the modern athlete just better? I mean, but everything's going to evolve. That's why it's kind of hard to compare, you know, yesteryear player to modern players, because everything evolves.
it always
Everything changes. The game changes, the speed changes, the athlete changes. What up, Kofi? Everything changes.
What
And
up,
you look
Cole?
at, you know what I'm saying, you look at what Pujols is doing, you know, in his 40s. It's remarkable, man. It kind of makes me wish he would have stayed with the Cards and just did all the way with the Cards.
Man, I'm right there with you. I wish he would have never went to Anaheim.
Yeah. He got buried in Anaheim.
Oh, you wasted time.
I told you, man. Anaheim is a place where careers go to die.
He got paid.
And Indiana in basketball.
Yeah. But I'll say this. Obviously the just a historic moment is dope. But just the player, man, Pujols has always been one of my favorite baseball players. Walk in, lead the way. But no, and yes, Matt, I was getting to that.
Madison more and more money to afford the best of them. Yeah, you're right.
You know, obviously it's well documented what LeBron James does for his body, what Brady does for the body, and obviously the funds that they do not held back on trying to make sure that they achieve that. So it's different in that aspect, but you know, just like you said, it's evolution. Everything changes. Yeah. Everything gets better.
Changes, man. And you know,
if it can't stay the same, what happens?
Right. And you have to still give reverence to the foundational people who laid the foundation for the game. The game we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't laid the foundation, the players that you're watching now wouldn't be there to be seen or be as good as they are, because they have something to pattern themselves off of.
Of course.
No, but, and this leads me into fuck DJ Academics and his dusty comment.
Yeah, but what Albert Pujols is doing, he's one of those players that spawns a generation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's probably guys in that he's playing against right now be like, bro, I love watching you play growing up.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there are.
Gotta be.
And for him to be the fourth guy in Major League Baseball history.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Hank Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
There's Babe Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Pujols.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Barry Bonds.
Right.
By the way, who should be in the Hall of Fame? I don't care what you say.
We're gonna get to that later.
But I think there's another guy that can potentially follow the same path as Pujols, potentially, as in being a generational player that spawns a generation of players. Is Aaron Judge. He's on his own historic chase.
Right.
He's trying to break a Yankees record of most home runs in the season. Stuck at 60. I think what it is, I think he's pressing now because he knows that the season is getting closer to the end. And he's looking at, he's like, all right, I got this many games left. I gotta hit this many, many home runs. And right now, I kind of think he's pressing. But let me ask you this though, Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Which one you think is the more significant achievement right now? Pujols at hitting career 700, or Aaron Judge potentially breaking a Yankees single season record?
Before I answer that, I want to play a couple clips.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's so many great things in this game. You never imagine as a kid, getting mentioned with them. But it's an incredible honor.
I don't know why I stopped. Anyway, we play this.
All revved up with it, and then all of a sudden it was all deflated. I'll go Pujols. And I'm going to eliminate Bonds from 762 anyway because I don't take that seriously with the steroids.
Oh,
so
you're a
to
hater.
me, he would only be the third guy in the history of baseball, Timmy and Stevie, to hit 700. He's going to get two more. I do think he's going to retire. He's had this great flurry. He should never have left the Cardinals to begin with to go to the Angels. He should have stayed there his whole career because he's beloved in St. Louis. But 700 home runs, you can make the argument, and Tim, you're a better expert than me. You can make the argument, and there are some tough ones with Aaron and Mays, but you can make the argument he's the greatest right-hand hitter in the history of the sport. So because of that, I'll say Pujols at 700 more so than I'll say Judge at 61.
So looking at that, it's hard for me to say, and I'm going to tell you why. I like what Aaron Judge is doing. It's a remarkable run, and it's exciting the way he's doing it. And I wish the clip would have played. You can see the humility and he talks about it. He talks about how, I don't want to talk about those guys back then, because I really don't think about that. I just think about what I'm playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The game that I love to play. And I think, you see the humility in a player like that, you can't do nothing but respect that. So on the other side, you look at Pujols, man, to do it at the age that he is, and to do it on his farewell tour, so to speak. I don't know. It seems like might be a better narrative to talk about, but I can't say which one is better as far as the accomplishment.
It definitely sets the script up for Disney to pick it up for sure.
Yeah,
Final year, hit 700 home
right,
runs. It's a very exclusive class.
Right. It's one of those things like, it makes for a good script, like you said. It makes for a good narrative. You talk about a player's final year and they going out on top like that. Because a lot of times you see people's final year because they wait till they get, or too old to play the game, or the game passed them by, and they say, okay, I guess I'll do my last year because I know now I don't have it. But to be doing something like this on your year, on your final, on your way out, it's remarkable. A lot of players can't say that, because a lot of them wait till the game passed them by.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think narrative wise or storyline wise, I think I would lean towards Pujols. But accomplishment wise, I don't know, because you look at Judge, he's a likable guy because of humility.
Yeah.
I like that. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn between the two. When you're looking at it from a accomplishment, if you're looking at it from a storyline, I'll lean towards Pujols.
Yeah, and I can agree with that. But here's a storyline that's coming from Aaron Judge's situation. Obviously, he had the arbitration. They avoided it, and they came to an agreement for this payment of this year, earlier in the season. But he can walk. He can be a free agent. And I think the story is that now that he's doing historic numbers in the AL and in Yankee organization history, yesterday's price ain't today's price, and it won't be at the end of the season. And so, to me, that's a story that I think a lot of people need to pay attention to, is because, and it's not an issue for the Yankees. Obviously, we know the Yankees got the big bank account, and hell, if they want to keep Aaron Judge, they'll make sure that they'll keep him.
Yeah, all right? They got the money.
Oh, they can make it happen, but there will be competition to go get him. And so, like I said, yesterday's price ain't today's price. The price keeps going up. More home runs he hit, and
these hoes want more than $40 now.
Look, more home runs he hit, and you got to add on if, and this is a big if he brings a championship home this year, then they're damn sure yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Right. It's definitely going up.
Look, you might as well open up the checkbook, Steinbrenner family, just rip a check out, sign it, and just hand it over, because that's what it's going to take to keep Aaron Judge if he continues on this historic pace and brings a championship to the Bronx Bombers. I'm telling you, it's you put yourself in that kind of big, real sticky situation, organization and business wise.
Right.
You know, because when you allocate that much money to one individual, it kind of does, especially in baseball. You know, they're giving fully guaranteed contracts. At some point, you know, how can you build the rest of your team? You know, but hey, man, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not gonna knock that though.
Hey, hold on. It's no different from when Brett Favre laid down for Michael Strahan to get that sack record. Ain't no different, Matt. But you praise that sack record from Michael Strahan, don't you? Yep, exactly. Let's just celebrate it. It is what it is. But it still takes skill to hit that baseball, and he clobbered both 699 and 700. He smacked them. It was no doubters on both of them. So, you know, hey, put your own little, you know, put your own little special asterisks on it if you want. But you can't knock what Albert Pujols has done as a career.
I have to speak to what Mad Dog said. I can't let that part slide about his little dig at Barry Bonds.
Oh my God.
I'm so sick of these dang old pompous writers couldn't hit the ball themselves, talking about, well, because of steroids. You took steroids, you couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
You may be bigger, still couldn't hit shit.
Yeah, couldn't hit nothing. The man still had skills to do it. You know, it's like they get here, they on a high horse, they little high pedestal. You love my Giants, don't you? You know, and you want to look down on everybody and not even look at the fact that they couldn't do it themselves. A lot of them jealous because they wanted to play baseball, couldn't play baseball. So they had to become a writer. They had to become a TV personality.
I can't do it, so I'll talk about it.
I'll talk about it. Well, I don't count Barry Bonds because he has steroids. You don't know how many people your favorite player might be on steroids. Just ain't got called yet.
Haters, man.
You know what I'm saying? Leave the man alone.
Man, but these little pencil neck geeks that can't hit a ball, probably can't even run the bases without tripping over their damn selves. Probably just got some coochie at age 35. So what do we?
Because they got a job.
Come on, man. Oh, chumps. Oh, busters.
I stand them, man. Sick of hearing that. You know, I'm sick of that and Pete Rose. Them two things I'm so sick of hearing about.
Pete Rose and Barry Bonds shit, without a doubt. Look, we talked about it before. When you and that's my thing. 40.
No, right.
He never tested positive.
Right. These all speculations.
Speculations.
You know what I'm saying? If anything, y'all slandering the man's name without proof.
He should sue y'all for slander.
Right. Where your proof at?
and not to get off topic of that, but I just think say we get wiped off this face of the earth, and all of our buildings and ruins buildings and monuments are still standing, and some other life form comes and they want to know the history of our civilization, and they go into the baseball museum and you don't have Barry Bonds and Pete Rose in it. That's criminal.
40. Right, 40.
You know,
it's criminal, man.
If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
I mean, they help tell the story of baseball.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? They tell the story of baseball. The time that Pete Rose was playing, he helped make the Reds who the Reds were. Period. Barry Bonds was good on the Pirates before you quote unquote steroids.
Yeah, and he was an MVP winner before that.
Right.
So it to me, to me, it's no different from any other story. There's good parts, bad parts, ugly parts. There's triumph, there's victory, there's defeat, there's all of that.
Right.
And so you can't hold that back out of the story. I mean, it's it's literally what they're doing in the school system where they're not telling the full story. They're only putting in certain bits and pieces of what they want to be told to have a certain narrative. It to me it's silly. How do you not have Pete Rose and damn Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? That's like saying Peyton Manning turns out to be a serial killer and you decide not to put him in the Hall of Fame, or Tom Brady is he got his own issues. Are you gonna play morality high ground all of a sudden and say, no, can't put Tom Brady in the Hall of Fame because I don't agree with what you did?
Screwing all the cheerleaders. You gonna not put him in the Hall of Fame? Still going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Oh, he's an adulterer.
Right. So what? I've seen him and that's him and Giselle.
So he was a cheater on and off the field.
He's deflating balls while other hoes licking balls.
He deflated balls literally and figuratively.
And figuratively, right. Empty out balls both ways. Yeah, I agree though, man. I agree. You know.
But that's why baseball always lacks, and that's why they'll be behind NBA. That's why they'll be behind NFL. And if they keep messing up, I'm telling you, NHL is catching.
NHL
is catching flame in the United States. It's getting bigger and bigger year by year. And because now
they're doing it right though, bro.
Because they highlight their stars.
They're highlighting stuff. They promoting it. They advertising it. I mean, I remember back when I was a kid, you ain't see that much about NHL, not like TV commercials and stuff like that. Now you seeing all that. NHL is doing it right. Baseball's not. I mean, back in the day, baseball did do commercials. Remember, you used to see what's his name, Euchre. I'm talking about back when they had the Euchre commercial, the Bud Light commercial, all of them was in the Bud Light commercial and stuff like that. Then they just stopped doing it.
Yeah,
don't see that much stuff anymore. Bonds took the cream and clear high with no test. Don't matter.
If there's no testing for it, I mean, you can't blame him for finding a loophole in their system. I mean, it's no different from when all these white collar crimes, all these people, they got all this high money avoiding tax evasion and all different types of schemes that they be having.
Right.
They find loopholes. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all found a person that made it to president, and he found many loopholes. That orange man found many loopholes. So let's not act like that's not sewn into the fabric of what America is. It's loophole city around here. Hell, I'm trying to find me a loophole to get me on some loot. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
But anyway, man, let's transition because obviously we got to talk some week 3. Wait, hold on. How's your Wolverines looking in college football, man? How they looking?
They won again.
Huh?
They won again.
Okay.
Yeah, they won. They beat Maryland.
Oh yeah, I had a close game with Maryland. Well, Maryland was playing y'all tough for a minute.
Yeah, they beat Maryland. Then the running game picked up. That's all the running game picked up. And I'm not saying Blake Corum was kind of like, eating them alive. I said, all right, that's how. Let me go ahead and take this game over right quick.
Don't go killing nobody for
but until I call,
I ain't did shit. I ain't did shit. Yeah, Green Bay won too.
Yeah.
So I gotta play this. I mean, so this is a good game between the Bills and the Dolphins, and we'll talk about this game in just a second. But I saw this, and this was funny.
They're out of timeouts, but then a field goal beats you. I don't know. This is risky. And it was oh my goodness, blocked indeed. And we just told you he's only had one blocked in 14 years. It hit the personal protector. Sherfield hit his behind.
It is behind.
Instead of 15 yards, it's a 10 yards. So everybody's got to adjust to the fact it's in a confined space. It was not blocked at all. That gives a whole new meaning to kicking you know what.
Gives a whole new meaning to kicking you know what. Well, the announcers is funny sometimes, boy.
Right.
Yeah. But besides that funny moment right there, so you can add butt punt to butt fumble. So it was funny. Mark Sanchez had made a tweet, about I see what you did there, Matt. You're funny. He was like, "Yo, stay in your lane." He's like, "Only I can have claim to the butt." So I don't know. I guess he's trying to make the only claim to butt. I don't know. But man, what a game! What a game between Buffalo and Miami. What are some of the takeaways you got from that game, man? After that ended, and Miami gets the victory, man.
Oh man, Miami defense was good, man. They put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen, man. They did that. You got to raise the question: Is Tua actually a good quarterback? All that mess we talk, is he actually a good quarterback? And I will say that I think that McDaniels puts him in the right situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which is not. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good. You know what I'm saying? But I think he has the right pairing with the right coach, the right pieces around him, and it seems to be working for him. I always said too, he was the X factor. If he can pull it together, Miami may be the team to beat. Now, I think if you play that game 10 out of 10 times, I think Buffalo would win majority of the game. I still haven't ready to crown Miami yet, but I will give them more respect than I wasn't giving them.
Look, I'll give them their just due. Good win, good hard fought victory over a division opponent, over opponent who like myself and a lot of people have penciled in to go to the Super Bowl. A team that pretty much has been.
Yeah, I know what he said.
Has been dominating. This division the last couple of years, it's something that you definitely can sit here and say, hey, we can build on this. We can build on something, our season we can hang our hat on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And hopefully be something positive that can get your season and going into the right direction. And I'll say this, and we've talked so much about Tua and things that we haven't seen from him. But one thing we've always done, we always gave him credit for it. He can make the right passes in the right situation. Something that's asked of his skill set. Hit the slants, hit the in routes, the out routes, the intermediate passes. He does that very well. And But I don't know, man. I'm starting to get real Jimmy G vibes from him.
That's fine.
And
that's all you need, though. Here's the thing. Go ahead.
I'm saying he only throws 18 times, 186 yards. I mean, he gets the touchdown, but I mean, it's not like he wowed me.
But he's the quarterback that fits well into that system for that team. You gotta look at it like that. I mean, I have my things I say about Tua, and, but he like that one pass he threw to Waddle, right, the little seam route in between two defenders. That was a nice pass.
Good pass.
That's a great pass. You know what I'm saying? So I can't take that away from him. But here's the thing too, and I want to transition into it, but it kind of raised the question with the KC loss and the Bills win. Does it mean that KC's missing Tyreek Hill?
I'm not ready to.
Nah, you saying that because you're a fan?
No. Hold on. Because you know we can be very objective even when it comes to our teams.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm not worried about it is because the offense has shown that they can score.
Yeah.
Even though only 17 points yesterday, but obviously I watched the game. It was more just small details that they were missing and messing up on, and I don't want to say it had anything to do with Tyreek Hill. It was players just didn't make plays yesterday, and if they make drops here, drop there, even Travis Kelce, who has been sure-handed, drops a touchdown. It's. That has nothing to do with Tyreek Hill. And so Tyreek Hill, he's doing his thing in Miami. Had a good game last week against Baltimore. A so-so game in the opener. Didn't really do too much yesterday. So as far as I see it, he needs to be concentrating on getting that chemistry and connection with Tua so that they can be successful. And like Patrick Mahomes says, this is a new cast. So even though they did well in preseason, and then they started off the first 2 games of the season pretty well, but there's going to be growing pains. But I think it was just more credit that Indianapolis defense played damn good. They got some pressure on Mahomes. They
play like the defense we expect them to play like from the beginning of the year. It's like the beginning of the year, we were talking about the defense going before the season started, and their defense wasn't really showing up. Losing some games like to Houston. Well, they tied with Houston, but still, you expect for that defense to dominate. It didn't dominate. So,
excuse me, but no,
what up, Ed?
No, I agree with you right there. But like I said, I think that was just more indicative that the Colts defense, they had a shit ton of pressures. They only got 1.5 sacks on them, or I'm sorry, 1 sack. You can't have half sacks. I'm tripping. It's the weed. But no. And to answer question, he said, "I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid. Dolphins are the hottest team in the NFL right now." Yeah, they are one of the hottest teams.
I don't know. I disagree.
I'd say, but
I think they're the hottest team.
Who?
Jacksonville.
Ooh, boy, you kind of jumped. We was gonna get to them because because that's definitely something we need to talk about because there's a quarterback in that situation we discussed quite a lot, but I'm just looking at Tyreek Hill was such a explosive piece.
Sorry, bro, I understand. Come on, man. Come on, sincere.
He was an explosive piece, and when you have an explosive piece, you feel like, hey, we got to get him the ball. And now that he's not there, that gives you wealth to spread around other players, and I think it makes a better product, better offense. It doesn't make you quite as explosive, and quite honestly, the explosive plays will get there. Patrick Mahomes missed Valdez-Scantling going down the seam on one throw, and had he dropped it in the breadbasket, it's a touchdown, and it's a big play. It's like it's almost like a 75-yard play. And he's missed that a couple of times in the preseason. If you check out the Wild Card Chief, you'll pay attention. I've already spoken on this, but who is undefeated? Well, y'all got to play tonight, Matt, and don't be messing around with the Cowboys. Please win tonight. I don't want to hear no Cowboy shit for this week. Don't let us down. Don't let us down,
please.
And don't let Parsons go crazy.
I can't stand to hear these Cowboy fans. I can hear them now.
I know. It's like an annoying.
We doing it with Cooper. We doing it with Cooper.
It's like a gnat at a barbecue,
right? Constantly swatting at him. Cowboy fan.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it, but no. It's the Dolphins. I know they beat Buffalo, but I'm still like, I'm not ready to crown them.
If they beat Buffalo, then Buffalo beat themselves.
I mean, there were some mistakes by Buffalo. I mean,
the end of the game, man. That end of the game, I thought was like better. It should have better clock management, better field awareness, better clock management. That pass he threw, a man should have went straight out of bounds.
Yeah, he tried to make a move.
Yeah, he should have went straight out of bounds because he wasn't that far from the field goal, right? Give him a chance to set up for another play. Maybe throw another 5 yards, then you well over the range of the field goal, and kick a field goal, go home.
Because that's all you need is a field goal.
That's all you need is a field goal.
Yeah. There was one interesting play that I saw in that game.
In person. All right, LT. It's gonna be high.
Oh, he's gonna be on that bullshit. But there's one play in that game that I thought was interesting, and I think sparks a very intriguing debate. So let's take a look at it.
0-2. Tua Tagovailoa throwing off his back foot with the rush in his face there. Jalen Waddle makes the catch. Penalty flag comes in, and Tua Tagovailoa was roughed at the end of the release. The pass rusher came on top of him there, and Tagovailoa suffered some type of an injury on this play. We have Teddy Bridgewater in the game right now. Tagovailoa, oh boy, getting up. Oh, my goodness. That's an awful, awful sight to see. They will take him to the sideline immediately. Oof. Okay, Tagovailoa, in fact, going up the tunnel into the locker room, and Teddy Bridgewater has come into the game for the time.
Man, first, give me an initial reaction when you see that.
I don't know, man. It didn't look like. I mean, you can get yourself hurt with any kind of odd twist turn. And like he hurt us more like a twist or like maybe a sprain. I don't think it's serious because he's able to walk on it.
Well, no, he hit his impact of his head, the way it hit the ground.
Yeah, like could be a concussion.
Yeah. So this what brings me to question is obviously it looks like he's definitely showing symptoms of a concussion. And then, but now he's not in concussion protocol today. And at the same time, I guess the NFL themselves kind of released a statement, said they might have to take a look at the protocols that were adhered to and allowing Tua back in the game, because he went back in the game after that.
He did.
I'm just, it kind of raises a question just a little bit, like, do they really care about the player safety? Because that definitely looked like a concussion. I mean, I'm no expert.
Right.
But when you hit your head and you get up and you try to walk and you go straight Bambi deer-like and like a newborn deer, and you can't walk. Once your equilibrium is jacked up like that, I'm leaning towards a concussion. That's all I'm saying.
But but Ann said, he passed all the tests, then.
Come on, man.
But it might be like, how many things you say? 4. Close enough. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, his back locked
up. Oh, really?
Was spinal?
It could got cramp or anything.
It's spinal?
Oh. Spinal.
It's spinal. It's spinal. I don't know. I broke my back. It's spinal. I guess if that's it, I don't know. That's just scary.
The way he got back up. I mean, your back lockup can do that too, though. So I have mine locked up, so I know. I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm just saying, but if he said that's what it was, that would cause the same thing. That's all I'm saying.
But not Becky-otomy. Becky-otomy. I need a Becky-otomy. It's spinal. Broke my back. But no, I don't know. It's but for him to be allowed so quick, so soon. I know they say they passed this, but like kind of how you just demonstrated, hey, yeah, that's close enough. You good. I mean, that was an important game from them. Because that was a division rival, and you need to see when you measure up. And I know it's early in the season, but there are games like that because you make the acquisition, get Tyreek, you got Jalen, you got pieces, so you kind of got a little expectations, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And so, you done dealt with the whole Stephen Ross, the owner situation in the offseason. You want something positive to happen. And I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, and I'm not saying that this was the case that it did happen. Some people like to win. They like to win.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some things that go to the wayside that comes with a win.
And for a new deal.
Hey man, you never know.
Man, you might be.
Because
I gotta get this money.
Because hey, that's an interesting topic because the same time that Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert can go into negotiations for a contract extension at the end of the season, so can Tua. He's in the same
if he
draft
balls
class.
out, you gotta give him some money.
So let me ask you this: he balls out, he has a good season, and Dolphins at least make it to the playoffs. I'm not saying the Super Bowl or winners. I don't see that. Do you go ahead and give him the contract extension, or do you wait one more year?
I go and give it to him.
Really? Wait, hold up. We talking about the same Tua that we've been shitting on for the last.
Well, I'm saying I'm still not taking back what I said about him. All I'm saying is the pieces, the stars may be aligning. You know what I'm saying? It's like he found the right coach to show in the right system for him. That's it. He goes somewhere else, he probably be crap again. But this might be the right system, the right pieces around him, where he gonna be the most successful.
And you're talking about situation wise.
Yeah, so go ahead and pay him.
Yeah.
You already got your pieces in place. Pay him. Now, am I gonna give him a Burrow contract? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably not gonna give him that. But I go ahead and pay him, lock him up. Now you got your pieces in place. And let's try to push for the division crown and then on to a Super Bowl. That's how I look at it. It's like I think each situation is different. In this particular situation, you're looking at, do you want to bring another quarterback in there and disrupt your chemistry if you're already cooking with this quarterback? It has to be like an Aaron Rodgers type quarterback to bring in here. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to disrupt your quarterback with a rookie quarterback, another rookie, because he only 3 years removed. You start over again. So if you're already cooking with him and the chemistry is flowing, lock him up. Now we have enough focus. We can focus on just playing and winning. That's how I look at it.
Man, I need one more year because it's been too many dollars.
Yeah, I agree with that for that. I'm based on that too. Him making the playoffs. At least he has to make the division playoffs. He can't just go get a wild card and lose. It has to be him and it has to be the Dolphins and Buffalo playing for the division crown. At least that. That's the very least I would accept. Because you don't have nobody. First of all, you don't have nobody You better than the Jets and you better than the New England.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm saying, so you should at least be playing for a division crown. You know what I'm saying? You already proved that you can beat Baltimore, whatever you want to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Hey, win's a win.
You know, Cincinnati, yeah, they just won, but they played the Jets. So, you know, I gotta see them put another win together to where I can say, okay, it's they're getting it together. Pittsburgh, Mitchell Trubisky is up and down. He's like a roller coaster.
So where you put it? So where you putting them in the AFC right now? Obviously, we know
I still got Buffalo on top. They have to prove they can beat them again. They can win them again. They beat them again, sweep them. They might get more props from me. If they win the AFC East, yeah, you definitely pay them. Because Buffalo's already been crowned Super Bowl champions, so you beat them outright. You gotta pay them some money, man. You gotta lock them up.
Man, damn that! If they ain't paid Lamar Jackson yet, I'm damn sure waiting to the last damn minute. No.
Baltimore,
I'm waiting to the last damn minute.
It's two different organizations. But it's two different organizations. What Baltimore is doing up there in Maryland is different what they're doing out here in Florida.
I know that, but I'm just saying, if I'm organization and if I'm in there in Miami, 3 years. Now you're 3 years into two. Mm-hmm. And this is his first year with actual pieces on the offensive side that can give you a threat. All right. So what I'm saying is that I need to see that you can be consistent with this type of roster and wait, because you can go ahead, not give him the contract extension the 4th year. You can go ahead and tag him, or my fault, you can give him the 5th year option.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in place. So there's at least 2 more years that I can continue to build on my team before I can even go and give Tua of the money.
I don't disagree with that, Ant. I don't disagree with that. We just talking hypothetically on what situation would you pay or not pay Tua.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like. Why not continue to build the rest of your roster for 2 more years and then pay Tua? So then
what else do they need?
I'm saying you can still always amp up.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying, but if you're looking at their team right now, you can always build any team. Chiefs can always build. Buffalo can always build. I mean, you can always add and improve your team.
I'm saying,
but go ahead.
You can go ahead and still get younger, good talent on the offensive line.
I agree.
Within the next 2 years.
Okay.
You can still
that's not gonna cost you that much.
But I'm saying you can still add a third deep, not deep threat, but third receiving option.
It's not gonna cost that much because what you already have, you're not adding a 1 or a 2. You have maybe another slot or maybe a 2A. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna cost you that much.
Let's not forget on the defensive side. I like what you got up front in the front 4. I like what you got on the back end. You can upgrade at the linebacker position.
You can.
So what I'm saying is over the next 2 years, and this was great about how they structured this rookie contract situation, is it gives you a chance to build your squad. And
here's what. Go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is that yes, if he's proved for 3 straight years that, my gosh. Okay, Tua's our guy. Yes, he's our guy. He's proved that. Then you can say, hey, man, what you want? What you want, Tua? Because you have given us 3 solid competitive years that we've been searching for in this organization. So thank you. What do you want? Then you can go in and have no issues with negotiating the contract, because it's that partnership has been built up. He has trust and faith in you, because over the last 2 years, instead of giving him money, you helped build the team, and you're getting closer to a Super Bowl. And then therefore, now that it's his turn to get paid, go ahead and we'll break you off. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Respond to Ant comment. I'm gonna tell you what I can say.
Well, you see why when you wait to pay someone, it will bite you in the ass. Lamar and Kirk Cousins and that. And I do agree with you in the tense of Lamar Jackson. It's biting Baltimore in the butt to pay him now because of how he's performing. And the more great performances that Lamar Jackson puts on this season, the bill is just going to keep raising and how much it's going to take to pay him. So if this man mess around and get an MVP, you might as well back up the Brinks truck to me. Otherwise, keep it moving. Damn a tag. I ain't signing that shit. And when it comes to Kirk Cousins, I don't know about. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go that far. I know the Redskins at the time didn't want to pay him, and they kept tagging him back to back years. And you know what? I'm pretty sure they regret it now. So I can give you that instance because that quarterback position has not been the same since Kirk Cousins have ironically left. I mean, that's kind of weird saying that Kirk Cousins leaves your team, you can't find a decent quarterback. That's weird. But when it comes to Dak, I don't know. Jerry Jones is just not good with money.
Here's the thing: based on what
he pays his stars.
Based on what you had, I don't have a problem with them paying Dak. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight is 20/20. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying based on the time they paid him and the potential like he might have,
he was the best option.
I don't have a problem paying him. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, we can say, but look what he's doing now, but we can't see the future. And that's why my point more towards Tua too. My thing is like, if I wait and then now the market is even more crazy, he gonna want something close to that market. I'll pay him now. Okay, here you go. I'm not paying you Deshaun Watson's contract. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put it out there and try to lock him up. Now, if he decides he wants more than that, then that means he's gonna force me to wait. But if I can get him locked up on a decent amount of money, but not crazy, then I don't have the pressure of waiting 2 years down the line and now the market is real crazy. You know what I'm saying? And if we already cooking, we already seen like we doing something, go ahead and pay him. You know what I'm saying? You don't. It's no saying I gotta pay him with a sign. Getting at least offer him something to try to lock him in. Okay, look, here's what we're gonna give you.
The only knock I got what you're saying is it leaves too much room or the door open for buyer's remorse for me, and that's
the game period though, bro.
I know it do, but we talking about the same guy for the last 2 years. We had too many question marks about.
All right, but you got let's add this to it. You got to add injury into it. You got to add stuff around him.
True.
So now the question was, what if we put something around him? You know, what if he was fully healthy? So now we got that around him. And if he continue, when we talking about end of the year, we ain't talking about right now. We're talking end of the year. Yeah. They make it to a division championship game or win that game. Then to me, it's like, okay, have our questions been answered? Because we already had questions. Okay,
for this year, it would be answered.
Is he gonna stay healthy? He stay healthy the whole year. We looking at he don't really have no pieces around. What if we put some pieces around him? We did that.
Yeah.
And so now, now he performed under those circumstances. Lock him up. That way you don't have to worry about it 2 years down the line. Have to pay him more than what you gonna have to pay him now. You at least throw something out there. Now, if he wants max and all this stuff, and he wants something crazy, then you wait. Then you go ahead and start doing that. Wait those 2 years out and see what you can get.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'll try to lock it. I'll at least try to at least throw it out there. Put it that way. At least shoot my shot.
You make valid points, but boy, give me one more year, motherfucker.
Scared money don't make no money.
Hey, I don't know. I kind
of go ahead. What you about to say?
Nah. Go ahead.
So look at Sunday's game.
Mm-hmm.
You had 3 prominent teams that lost. Which one is the worst loss, or which one may be in trouble between Tampa Bay, Bills, KC? And throw New Orleans in there. In New Orleans,
I think New Orleans, because that's a bad loss, and not only is that a bad loss, it's 2 losses in a row with Jameis Winston looking like crab legs. I and this is what's really killing me about what we do is because we got to give takes and we give educated guesses on what you might hopefully comes to fruition. And I went out there and I was like, man, Saints are going to win the AFC South, and now I don't know. If Jameis keeps playing like he has the last 2 weeks, turning the ball over like he has been, like he was back when he first came into the league, you wasting a Super Bowl caliber defense, and you can't. I mean, nobody.
You're right, man.
Yeah, Nolans look terrible. They're looking terrible. And so, to answer your question, man, it's definitely the Saints. They look, they look bad. They look bad. Just because Jameis Winston is just not playing well the last 2 games. He's been playing terrible.
I'm gonna say Tampa Bay. Because you look at the first 2 games, they ain't really put up a lot of points.
True.
Then they go into this 3rd game with Green Bay. They still ain't look good and lose that game too. I mean, they barely won against the Saints. It wasn't because of touchdowns. It was because of defense.
You
know.
Now that defense looks legit though.
You know what I'm saying? It was because of defense. Defense helped them win that game. So now you go into Green Bay and you lose that game, and you still didn't put up a lot of points either. So it's like, is the offense having trouble scoring? Is the age starting to show on Tom Brady?
I don't think it's Tom Brady though.
Is it a coaching switch?
No, what it is he when Tom Brady playing or come out of retirement, he's looking at certain people that he was supposed to play with.
Well, that's not even come out of retirement. When he took a long extended vacation.
But I'm saying when Mike Evans gets suspended, he obviously missed the game. There's no Godwin. There's no Julio.
Cole.
Yeah, he get Cole Beasley, but the thing is that we all know Tom Brady is structured off a system. He's structured off a repetition. He's structured off a controllability situations. And with this interchangeable wide receiving core that he's having, he can't control that, and so it's not fitting the typical Tom Brady steps. And so all I'm saying is what's going on right now with the offense.
Oh, that's what you're saying, Ant.
I don't think it's going to be the same thing later on in the season, because obviously eventually Tom Brady is going to get more time in practicing with all the receivers, and so he'll be used to playing with everybody. And so at that point, it don't even matter who's in the lineup. I got a feeling come later, getting closer to January, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers will be just fine. It's just right now. I'm with you. The offense they're just not. They don't look good. They're not clicking.
I mean, the only thing that looks consistent is Fournette.
Oh, Fournette, boy, he's running real angry.
Right. Oh. He run like it's a contract year.
Oh, I think it is. I think he's on a 1-year deal. So yeah, he is running like contract.
Yeah, he
is. Ask Lamar about contract year. Ball out. Time to ball out.
He ran like a slave.
But here's another thing that I took out of that Green Bay Tampa game. I'm looking at. I think this is the year that Aaron Rodgers does not have to be the end all be all. I don't think he needs to be the everything for the Green Bay Packers. And I say that because, man, that Green Bay defense looks good too.
Oh, the defense is good.
When you got a defense that can keep you in the game to give you opportunities to win it, you don't have to be the end all be all. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is the year that Green Bay actually is a defensive first type of team, where the defense is the side of the ball that wins the games. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the situation this year. And that's not taken away from Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, we know how good he is. It's just that if you ain't got to win it all by your arm, and we obviously know that with your trust issues with wide receivers nowadays, you kind of more Jekyll and Hyde than Aaron Rodgers. That happens. There's no Devontae Adams, and right now, as much as they talk about with the Chiefs and losing Tyreek Hill, I don't know if that same thing. Obviously, we can put that same scenario with Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, obviously, if you Devontae Adams, he's already came out and said, "I don't like what the hell's going on."
Right.
Right. I mean, they're 0-3. But I think it's a little bit too early to tell if Aaron Rodgers misses Devontae Adams, is because I think what the coach, what's his name? I forgot his name for Green Bay. It's escaping my mind.
Yeah, me
just
too.
on the tip of my tongue.
I can't think of his name. But anyway, go ahead. Mike Holmes. Right.
No, definitely him. He sees that he's going to have to adjust the offense, and you see it. Matt LaFleur. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. So he obviously, I think he's doing the right thing as a coach. He's making adjustments, and it's more of a run first offense with Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, which is that's not a bad thing. It's why not lean on that until we bring up Aaron Rodgers in the passing game with the connection with receivers up to speed.
Right.
Why not? So that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit too early to tell to say that, Devontae Adams is definitely in the right situation. And I wouldn't believe that if I said that right now. The man's on an 0-3 team. I mean, nothing feels good about 0-3. 0-3. Nothing feels good about 0-3. So
especially the way you're losing too. It's like, come on, man.
So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that
could be next Devontae Adams, possibly.
Well, he got to show he can stay healthy. He's already been hurt for the first 2 games, so he just got back. So, it's a possibility. He's nowhere close.
Garrett was in the really.
Garrett as in
Myles Garrett or Garrett Cole?
Garrett Cole, Jason Garrett,
right? Garrett Allen, Garrett from Martin. I can't think of his last name for some reason.
I don't know. It's a lot of Garretts out here in the world.
Hey.
But
my mailman. I think better have my mail. Okay, what do you actually is?
Yeah, you got my mail, bitch.
Right. Yeah, okay, what kind? You better walk over here. But I gotta bring this up, man. Your boy, Garrett Morris. Thank you, man. I know I couldn't think of his last name, Garrett Morris. Oh, Myles Garrett. Okay. Oh, Myles Garrett. Okay. Your boy Stephen A, man.
Oh Lord! Anytime when you start with Stephen A, man, you got to let me prepare for this, dog. Hold on.
Here you go.
For everything in Detroit, because I was hanging out there in the city the other day. I'm like, good Lord, it looked like a desert town. I'm rooting for them to be relevant. I'm just trying to understand. I'm like trying to understand why they got a damn football team in that thing. I mean, my God, could you get people out working and all of the Ford Motor Company open your offices, do something, okay? Because it just looked like I was happy to see a traffic jam, and it only lasted 1 block. I mean, it was a problem. It's a problem how much of a desert town Detroit and the Southfield looked like. But in the end, it comes down to Jared Goff, and I'm like, I'm just not sold.
Detroit makes the playoffs. We're going to go out there. Detroit makes the playoffs. You got to go out there. Not for the game.
No. Jeez. I mean, I'll be back. My boss, Dave Roberts, that's his hometown, had me out there, and I was happy. I was proud to be out there for those folks. I love the peoples, but, I mean, I don't really have much of a reason to be out there. I mean, I don't. If I'm going to go there, I'm going to go to hang out with Jalen Rose at a Michigan game in Ann Arbor, or I'm going to go to a Pistons game because my man Troy Weaver and Dwayne Casey are there.
You know the Lions are?
And Jason Ivey, who I wanted to.
So, I got to open up with fuck Stephen A. Smith.
Hey, man, don't go too hard on him, bro. He tried to shit on your city like that, bro.
My thing is, like, talk about the Lions all day long. What we do here, we and I talked about my podcast, but I had to bring it up. What we do here, we analyze teams. Sometimes, you might have to crap on teams is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But not the city, though.
But you make it personal. You talk about the city. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't the first time. Remember he called Lamar Odom a crackhead. What they got to do with his basketball skills? They ain't got to do with you analyzing basketball.
Wait, hold on. That motherfucker was a crackhead, though.
Hey, he was.
That motherfucker was a crackhead, though.
Hey, crackhead was getting points, though, wasn't
he? He was like, yo, the more points I score, the more money I can go get my crack rock.
So my thing is like this, man.
That incentive, man.
He always makes stuff personal. And he got into a John Wall. He's like, well, I came out and John Wall didn't come out the locker room. And John Wall was like, bro, I passed right by you, ain't say nothing. Steve ain't be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They talk about, it was a desert town. I said, where were you at? Because I've been on Woodward. It's always jumping on Woodward, especially if you downtown. Grass it, jumping. Anywhere you at, it's jumping. So I'm like, how you gonna come attacking the town? Man, fuck Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna attacking the city. That's personal. And like my man said on Spirit of Detroit podcast, we gonna put you on 6 Mile, have you turning tricks, come up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You just don't attack people. You don't make it personal. Let me say that. You don't make it personal. And keep it to sports. And my thing is like, Troy Weaver, Jalen Rose. Look how the people he named. People with quote unquote status. If Jalen Rose don't say something about it, I got a problem with Jalen Rose. Troy Weaver don't say something about it, I got a problem with Troy Weaver. Because you ain't gonna Jalen Rose always defending the city the other time. So don't let Stephen A. Smith come up here and run his mouth about the city. Fuck Stephen A. Smith. I'm not making it personal. I'm responding to what he's doing. I'm responding to what he's doing. Fire with fire.
Hey, equal opportunity of energy.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is like this. If you gonna come with the smoke, here come the fire, nigga.
Like some of this too old, man? No.
For real. It was like, all right, bro, I don't care what you say about the Lions. I don't own them. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, why you making it personal? Why you talking about the city, bro? You know what I'm saying? Nobody shitting on the Knicks. I mean, we pick with Matt, but that's just because we just pick with Matt. But nobody shitting on the Knicks.
First of all, he from New York. With them damn rats is the size of damn dogs. And they got the trash sitting on the curb and they sitting there playing and all in it. And you walk by and you see a bag move, you already know it's a big old rat in that thing. He trying to eat. Boy, they be big as hell, dog. I'm telling you. So you don't act like New York so damn high and mighty and perfect just because y'all media capital. Y'all got some issues in New York too now. But come on, man. It was a traffic jam, man. It lasted 1 block. Okay, that's a bad thing. Right. I didn't know that was a bad thing. I hate traffic. If it lasts only 1 block, I'm good.
That's people.
Yeah, boy.
But we all talk there for traffic jam when you go up. Right.
Boy, them damn rats is huge, boy. One of them trying to run up on me when I was in New York one time. Man. I had to kick him up out. Like, back up off me.
Back up off me, bro.
Yeah, he tried to jack me for my food, man.
Was that a hood rat or a regular rat?
It was a regular rat.
Oh,
boy,
okay.
It don't matter. They all big, dog. You can go to the bad parts of New York, good parts of New York. They all big as hell, dog. And they will beat your ass. You got to fight them, bro. Sometimes
they be 2-legged rats the same way.
Hey, Boy, don't get a rat pack. You in trouble, bro. You in trouble, bro. They gonna jump you. Get them.
But let's talk about Jacksonville, man. What do you think about what Jacksonville doing?
It's funny that you said that because I was just thinking this the other day, and I remember when we alluded to it when Doug Peterson got hired,
right?
And we all came to the consensus that he's going to provide the stability for Trevor Lawrence that he did not get with Urban Meyer last year, and you see it paying dividends. You see it paying dividends. But I don't even want to talk about the offenses. I want to talk about the defense.
No joke, man. The defense ain't no joke.
That defense ain't no joke. Well, and I think what they're starting to benefit from the fact that they sucked for so many years, and you're picking high, and you're getting great pass rushers in the first 10 picks for the last 5 years, and so they're finally starting to come around. Obviously, you see Trayvon Walker has been working out fine for them, so it looks like they made the right choice at first overall pick this year.
London.
He's working out good. Josh Allen that they got from the draft a couple of years ago in the first 5 picks, he's working out just fine. So and I saw this with the Kansas City Royals. When you get a abundance of high picks, you're getting good quality athletes.
Right.
It's just that who's going to be the coach to maturate it? Who's going to be the coach to evolve it and actually put it all together? And so I think that's what you're doing right now. And it obviously shows how piss poor of a coach that Urban Meyer was.
He wasn't ready for the NFL, man. He came in with a.
He was ready for that check, though.
He's ready for that check. He wasn't ready for coaching the NFL. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence starting to look like he's improving. I mean, I think the defense is further ahead than the offense, but the offense not that far behind. Because Trevor Lawrence still made a few mistakes, but that's gonna happen. It's a growing pain. It's gonna happen. But the defense looked good. So now I want to ask. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this: Were we totally wrong about the Jacksonville Jaguars on our predictions?
It's looking that way. I still gonna hold it. I'm gonna play a few more games before I say anything, but it looks that way, man. It looks like. I mean, look, man. Last week my picks were all off. Everybody I thought was gonna win lost. You know what I'm saying? So I picked the Chargers to win this game.
That's a good point right there too. Travis Etienne just doesn't look like he's quite ready to take over that number one running back position yet. Obviously, not the fact that Trevor Etienne isn't ready for it. I think James Robinson just ain't ready to let it go.
Right. He just dogging.
He's been dogging. He's been dogging on defenses, man. He's like, nah, damn that. You ain't gonna draft this guy to take my spot. And I ain't even hit my peak yet.
So I'm better than other Robinson we had here, Denard. That quarterback running back you had. But yeah, man, they look good, man. I mean, even if they win 7 or 8 games, that's a way more improvement they did last year.
Oh yeah.
They already won a game nobody expected them to win.
Well, let's make it interesting. Let's look at the Jaguars schedule and just kind of ponder on what the possibilities could be with them. With the way that they're playing right now, as of right now, because I mean, say what you want, they're playing damn good football right now. So they got I like this matchup. So they got the Eagles next week. I like that. Then they get the Texans. They can win that. After that, they got the Colts, which is still winnable. Giants.
The way they playing, that's like it could be winnable.
Yeah, Broncos, the way that they're playing is still winnable.
The way both teams are playing, it could be winnable.
yeah. Raiders.
Yeah, way both teams are playing, that could be winnable.
Yeah. Then they got the Chiefs. Then I believe they got a bye week, and then they got Baltimore at home. Lions go to Detroit in December.
That's a winnable game.
Then they get the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys.
Winnable game.
Jets.
Winnable game.
Texans, and then finish up with the Titans.
So that's about 8 games. Then a few surprises here and there, like will they beat Kansas City? Will they beat who else do you say that's Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those some games they can sneak. They might mess around sneaking to the playoffs.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Or the Colts. They already beat the Colts. If you think about the way the Colts playing up until they played the Chiefs, people were ready to write them off. Man. So, I mean, it's only one game. I mean, they turned it around, but I'm just saying they still didn't look all that. They really didn't look all that strong. I don't know. I can't say whether it was the Colts or whether the Chiefs didn't play up to.
I can answer it, and honestly, being very objective, the Chiefs made certain mistakes in their games that were not common to the Chiefs, bit themselves in the butt. And then this is one thing I want to talk about. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of that Chiefs and Colts game, this happened. So Chris Jones got a personal conduct foul for this.
And stepping back, sacked though by Nick Bolton on 3rd down.
And this should end the drive, big sack. But what happens is a little talk here, and I still don't understand this. The penalty is called on Chris Jones. I don't understand it for talking.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. Something was said, I guess, that the officials didn't like, so the penalty.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Jamal Williams. They call it unsportsmanlike conduct, but his celebration, I'm like, he does the same celebration all the time.
Well, because the NFL, they don't want the gyrating.
But he does that all the time.
Well, they call it yes.
I was like, that's some BS, man. But, go ahead.
This is when I hate when the referees interject themselves into the game. Because just like you said, if Jamal Williams does that every time, why is he just not getting that flag?
Right. He should do that first game and say, okay, we set precedence. You can't do that.
Yeah. Why is he getting a flag in an important game, with a division game with
that's a good point, Ant.
With Minnesota? Why is Chris Jones getting his flag in a very important game with two teams that a lot of people saw being in the AFC playoffs? Right. So referee, stop interjecting yourselves into shit that ain't got shit to do with you. We've all played sports. You shit talk. You talk. I'm pretty sure you say some real fucked up shit.
You just say what you gotta say and keep it moving. But you stand in the man's face and John Adam, you want to call a flag? I think to me, they grown people. You separate them first. Then my man keeps saying something. Then you throw a flag. I think that's just better. Here's another thing I don't like. I don't like towards the end of the game when you saw it in the Bills game. I saw it in the college game too. I can't remember which game it was. One too many double thrusts. So say you run it back to the line to spike the ball. You got to give the referee the ball. To me, when the referee touched the ball, he like base. The clock should stop, reset once he put the ball down. Because if the ref can hold the ball too long, the ball that half a second costs you the game.
Yeah, he
fumbles the ball, or you know what I'm saying. The clock's still rolling while he got the ball in his hand. So it's like, come on, man. It can cost you a game because look, say with the Bills game, it took him a minute to set that ball down. Say if the clock would have stopped, they had 3 seconds. He spikes the ball to kick a field goal. At least give him a chance to get the field goal. We don't know if he'd have made it or not because we don't know what the future is. But at least he had an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that in some ways, or if the refs are human. I don't like them. I don't like what Josh Allen said to me. I'm gonna hold the ball for a few seconds. That may cost them some seconds. They're human.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust the rubber because it. I don't know, man. But yeah, I think it goes to what we always say. They're not consistent with what they do. I don't think that should have been called on Jones, and I don't think he should be called for unsportsmanlike conduct for his celebration. It's just a dance, man. You know, keep moving.
I just hate that flag. I just hate that flag. I just come on, man.
I hate it, man.
Like, why don't you call the stuff that's obvious and stop playing with the crap that's not meaningful.
Right. I don't like it either, bro. I guess I gotta give a few seconds to talk about the Lions and Minnesota game.
Go ahead.
You know, it's what I've been saying from the beginning. Defense, man. That defense, I heard a lot of people saying, no, Dan Campbell is the cause of that game, blah, blah, too aggressive. But my thing is like, if it works, you praise him.
He's supposed to win.
If it works, you praising him. You know what I'm saying? And really, they 4 out of 5 on fourth down. Only thing I think he should have did was still kicking that field goal when it was like in the fourth quarter. They should have went for it because he missed. Cyber missed it anyway, and so then you gave him the ball back. So anyway it go, at least you had a chance to go for the first down. You get that first down, game's over with because Minnesota having more times out. And then they missed having Swift because he was injured. St. Brown got injured, and that was their 2 biggest weapons. I think if you was running with Swift, that fourth quarter, you would have got more first downs. He could have made it broke one, and then St. Brown, once he got hurt, he couldn't get separation like he could, and the linebackers was easy to guard him. So I think that was part of the problem. But more defense, they couldn't stop the run. Dalvin Cook and as Alexander was running all over him.
Yeah,
all over him. Aiden Hutchinson wasn't much of a factor in this game. The defensive line wasn't much of a factor. They wouldn't get no pressure on Kirk Cousins at all. And I think that was part. They got some pressure on him. That would have caused mistakes. And once you put pressure on him, because the Eagles showed, you put pressure on him, he will throw picks. And they wouldn't get no pressure on him, so he had time to step back. And then the last play, he let my man CJ. I can't think of his name. CJ, whatever his name. KJ. I think his name was KJ. But anyway, left them wide open, bro. And then you had Malifonwu 5 illegal hands.
Hands
Come on, man. It was he was just after 5 yards.
Illegal contact.
Yeah, illegal contact. Yeah, he had 5 illegal contacts, man. 5. I mean, the plan of shutting Jefferson down is a good plan, but you gotta have players to be able to help you on with other players. Kula did well on Jefferson. Kula showing that he's gonna be a great corner because he did well. In last 3 games he played, the person he was guarding, he shut him down. But the rest of them got to do something. You know.
I agree with you right there because y'all giving up way too much on the defense, and y'all actually did a great job of shutting down Justin Jefferson. Was able to contain Adam Thielen somewhat. He only got that 1-yard touchdown, but you didn't let Kirk Cousins get crazy, and actually you didn't even have great numbers. So you got to him. It's just the fact that you didn't make enough plays.
Right.
It's unfortunate. DeAndre Swift, got hurt. That changes a lot. But I agree with Matt. I think y'all gonna be all right. It's just one of those things where it's part of those growing pains. Like Dan Campbell is expecting that. There's got to be some shedding of the past, and you guys pretty much had control of the game, but. Gotta figure out that damn defense. Gotta plug it up. Gotta plug it up.
I just think that it's gonna come down to getting more players in on that defense. Next year's draft and a lot of that stuff. I think I think Hutchinson needs someone to work with him.
He needs a veteran pass rusher like a Melvin Ingram.
Right. He's great. He's a great talented player. Mm-hmm. Talent's there. The motor's there. He needs someone to teach him how to harness that power, how harness that, how to use it. You know, it's not just always bull rush, and go full steam. Because sometimes you overrun the play, or they use that against you and let you come in and just quarterback just steps up. You know, so and if you're getting the ball out quick, you know what I'm saying, you ineffective.
Yeah.
So I just think that he needs a good veteran pass rusher in there to kind of show him, you know, what to do later. Somebody like that's maybe on their last couple of years out, you know, come stop in, teach them some things.
Still
that's
productive.
what they need. Still productive and can teach them stuff.
Hell, they could have used a Carlos Dunlap like the Chiefs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Melvin Ingram for the Dolphins.
Melvin Ingram. Yep. I think all people like that would have been perfect for him. Yeah. I still like some of the pieces. Don't get me wrong. I like some of the young pieces they have. I think once they develop, still Kirby Joseph haven't developed yet. You know, Chase Lucas. So they got some pieces in there that can develop. Can use JPP. That would have been a good piece to add to kind of teach them.
Did JPP just sign with somebody?
I think so.
Because I saw his name.
I saw it somewhere.
Yeah,
I could have sworn I saw him. But yeah, that'd have been a good player to add to your roster to kind of.
Mr. Brother Man from the fifth floor,
right? To kind of add to your, defensive line room to teach those rookies, because you got some good rookie pieces. I like Justin. I like Bryant. I like Harris. Of course, I like Hutch.
JPP.
It was Baltimore. That's what it was. Yeah.
Ooh.
Random question: do you think Josh McDaniels will get fired and go back?
Maybe next year.
Yeah, next year. If they have a bad season, they give him one more year.
It's too soon.
They give him one more year.
Yeah, it's too soon to call it a quits on that and say that it's a failed experiment. It's too
I think they give him one more year because first of all, Vegas gonna want to save face. They don't want to say they brought a coach in and then and fail. Right. You know what I'm saying? They'll give him some time. I mean, just look at Denver. You know what I'm saying? He went Denver the first year, he did well. After that was it. They gave him 3 years. They gave him 3 or 2 years. 3 years?
They gave him a couple.
Yeah. So I think the average is give coach if they, he'll give him 2 or 3 years. So and then he gone. But he'll be back to New England. Trust me. He's going back to New England. He's on extended vacation. That's all this is.
Dad, can I come back home?
Right. I was just playing, right?
Yeah. Can I come back
I was on hiatus. I'm ready to come back home.
There's one team that I'm worried for. I'm worried about the 49ers.
I'm not.
Reason why I'm worried about the 49ers is because they're going to be without Trent Williams for about 46 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the best left tackle in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you just saw how that 49ers offense couldn't do nothing once Trent Williams went out yesterday against the Broncos. And
right.
I'm worried about that because if Jimmy G can't he's no speed demon. He's not going to elude the rush.
Yeah, he's not.
And so you combine that with the obvious scared tactics of his health, and if he's getting sacked a lot, especially on the blind side,
if he goes down, what you do if you the 49ers?
Boo.
You just pack the bag and say, you know what? We see y'all next year.
Time to tank.
We'll see y'all next year. Gotta call in Cam or somebody.
Time to tank.
For real. We look for the first round pick.
Hey Cam, what you doing? Let's at least sell some tickets. Shit.
Right.
Hey. Now Jimmy G has joined Dan Orlovsky as the two boneheads that like to run out the back of the end zone.
Oh shoot! Oh, speaking of Dan Orlovsky, I forgot to mention this. Fuck you for laughing too. But go ahead. Now you may continue.
Oh damn! I triggered something. God, damn. Boy, you had that one stored in the tank, and you was like, I just needed something to spark it. And then, boom! There it goes. There goes the dynamite. Jimmy G, that scares me. That factor there scares me. And now that Rashad Slater for the Chargers is out for the season, and he's a premier left tackle. That scares me a little bit for Justin Herbert as well in the Chargers.
What actually do you think Justin Herbert rib was really bothered? That's why he didn't play as well.
I think he was thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? You can tell, like watching the game, he was kind of.
So he did some passes kind of short. You know, I was looking like,
but he seemed a little bit timid though. He's like, I don't want to get hit. You know, and then once Slater went out, he definitely looked a lot like he's like, oh shit, this is my protection.
And that's not taking nothing away from Jacksonville.
Oh no, Jacksonville got after him.
That defense was still good. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, that does scare me about the Chargers now, because now they're falling into that same thing that they've been doing. They start getting hit by the injury bug, because even Joey Bosa went out, and he has probably a hernia, so no telling how long he's going to be out. And so I'm not quite there with you, and I just because it's 3 games in, I think it's too early to go ahead and write them all. But I think it makes the expectations of what a lot of people had about the Chargers come down big time. I think big time. Real quick before we get off there, man, let's talk about tonight's game. We got them Cowboys going to East Rutherford, New Jersey, to take on Matt's New York Football Giants.
I'm picking the Giants, of course, man.
Oh, you rolling with the Giants?
For sure. I'm ready to change my pick because everything else was wrong last week. I'm not scared now. I think the Giants will win this game, man. I said it, Thursday. I picked them in my pick 'em. I just think that they're playing pretty good. I don't have faith in the Cowboys. I think Cooper Rush is
fool's gold.
Basically he fool's gold.
Gold.
He
playing that fool's ball.
You know what I'm saying? So he a pussy tease.
Yeah.
Act like you gonna get it. Be like, oh, psych. I just don't think that.
I don't get no pussy, but you saw my dick though.
Right. What's up with that? but I think the Giants, the way they've been playing pretty good. Then Thibodeau, Matt said Thibodeau's playing too, so that kind of helps.
That's the best time to show. That's the best time to make your debut. Monday night against the Cowboys. Show up and show out. That's a
rivalry game.
Yeah.
Then Saquon Barkley's still healthy, bro.
Yeah. He's made it to the third week of the season.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a victory of his own.
I thought him and CMC was racing. And CMC, I got you, bro. I got you.
he like, yo, CMC, man, go down before me. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
I
can go down
bro.
before you.
I think the Giants will win this game. I think they're a better team. They're a better team. I think the Cowboys is, they receiving cores depleted. The only thing kind of got is a decent running game, especially with Pollard. But the Giants can bottle that up. It's over with.
Oh, they went to all whites. Yeah, I had already went with the Giants anyway. But man, you went to all whites and LT is in the building. This is the best time to do it.
Gotta win the game now.
Yeah, gotta win the game now. And Tibbs is making his debut. Come on, Thibodeau. It's time to blow.
Right.
And,
Yeah, I got the Giants, man. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Giants on this. Dayton Jones, just don't go. Don't try to do too much. Just manage the game.
Stay in your lane, Daniel.
Stay in your lane. All right, folks. That's today's show. Both me and Detroit Merrill rocking with the Giants. I know Matt is for sure. I think all of America is, because we do not want to hear that nauseating fan base the rest of the week.
That's right. And to Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, whatever. And that's how we go in the show. Episode 189 is in the books. Please tune in Thursday. I will be probably joining the show a little bit late, be getting off work, but I will be joining in with Detroit Mail as soon as I can on Thursday's episode. But y'all make sure y'all tune in for sure. I am the Wildcard Mar. That is Detroit Mail signing off. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.